the Mardi Gras edition. That's right, folks, it's Mardi Gras time, and we are ready to give you some great treats. But before we get started, we have our special co-host, our little fool from New Orleans, Curtis. Come on out, Curtis. Oh God, that big nose of yours. I like my big nose, but I think it might get in the way of a few things. Well, we are cooking. Guess what we're cooking today?
What?
We have a 15-bean Cajun pulled pork barbecue soup. It's absolutely stupendous. Stupendous. I think say that without spitting.
Say magnifique.
Magnifique. So what we're going to do is it's super easy, super easy. But before we get started, we have our little helper, our little jester, our little Mel Vanna White. Bring us out our cocktails, Jester Devin. Ooh, and what do you have for us?
I have hurricanes.
Hurricanes? Oh, well, come on by. What kind of hurricanes are these?
Well, I have a Category 5 since mine has liquor in it, and yours is a tropical depression since you have no liquor in yours.
Tropical depression.
Cheers!
Yes. It's only a Category 5. Mine would be a Category 9. Oh, anyway, let's taste it. Oh, hurricanes.
Wow.
Nothing like going to New Orleans and getting you a little hurricane.
Delicious.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, what we've got that goes in this soup today is we have some brown sugar bacon, and if you want to go ahead and start throwing that, and we have what is like called it's a pressure cooker, it's a slow cooker, it's a browner, and the little sucker even talks to you. It's one of the coolest things ever. So if you don't have the pressure cooker, you can do the same recipe. Just put it in your slow cooker. It'll take a lot longer. And then pick you up a bag of the 15-bean Cajun-style soup mix at the store. 15-bean Cajun-style soup mix. Comes with a little flavor packet in it. Makes it super simple. And it's got 15 beans in it. And if I expect I was going to name them all, I wouldn't be able to do it. I just know there's a lot of beans in here. So make sure you bring your gas out. Okay? So anyway, we've got a 15-bean here. All right, and we're going to brown that up, and then we get one white onion. You can go ahead and chunk that sucker in, and you kind of chop it up chunky, and we're going to put that in the bottom of our pan and kind of stir that around, brown it up a little bit, and that gives some good flavor to the bottom of our soup mix. The next thing that we also have is we have nothing better than organic celery. We've got 3-4 sticks of celery. Chop them up big. Oh my goodness, that drink's good, didn't it?
Did it come back on you?
Oh my, dear. Anyway, we've got our celery, and we've cut it into big chunky chunks. You know how big chunky chunks are. So we're going to go ahead and put those in and get those started as well. And now the 15 beans, the secret to this 15 bean soup, one of the things that I like to do is I like to take my beans and I like to stick them in a pot and I like to soak them overnight. And
Nice.
put some apple cider vinegar, some good old organic apple cider vinegar, a couple tablespoons. Cover your beans with the water. And of course, we'll have Jester Devin bring out those beans for us, sir. Oh boy, he's got us a big pot of beans. Thank you, Jester Devin. Thank you very much, sir. So we're going to take, and we have to drain our beans. Nothing worse than a wet, drippy bean. So get us a little colander over here, and I'm going to take this, and you keep stirring that up for me. And we're just going to drain off this water that we have, and your beans do swell up pretty good. Let me show these to you. These could have sat a little bit longer. We were kind of did one batch, but you'll have your 15 beans, okay, and they'll be nice and soaked. And that kind of tenders them up a little bit. And next thing, once we get our stuffed kind of brown. Pulled pork. You like to pull your pork?
I love to.
I know you do.
My favorite pastime.
My favorite pastime too is pulling my pork. I think I started that as pulled pork was one of my favorite things. Once I found out what pork was, I started pulling it. But you can buy in the store prepared like pulled pork. This happens to be Jack Daniel's pulled pork. You know, Jack Daniel's always knows how to pull his pork.
Yes, he does.
He pulls his pork real well.
He does indeed.
And there's also a really great place that's near your house. Sometimes you can find a really wonderful barbecue place that has pulled pork. And go get you about a cup or 16 ounces of pulled pork. And that can go into, so this can change your flavor depending on what you get. So why don't you go ahead and slip that out of the package and slice that open for us. And while you're doing that, the next thing we're going to put in here is you want to get you some diced tomatoes. These happen to be basil, garlic, and oregano. You can vary the flavors that you want on your tomato mix if you want to. And yeah, there you go. Just cut it open with scissors. So we're going to stir this up real good. And when you take our tomatoes, we throw them in. And 2 cans of these, 14.5-ounce cans of these diced tomatoes. Just toss those right on in there. And like tossing your tomatoes. And then of course we have our beans. We're going to throw those in. Make sure we get them all in there nice and good. Oh my goodness. Let's get all that in there. There we go. Lots and lots of beans. Oh, goodness gracious.
Can I stick my meat in now?
You can stick your meat right on in the middle there. It's nice and hot and bubbly and ready to accept. There you go. Slide it on in. Oh, oh.
Let's get all that godumus in the bottom.
All that meat going in there. I need a drink.
Good to the last drop.
Yeah, that's what I always say. Swallow, don't spit. So, we're going to go ahead and put this in real good. And we need to add a little bit more water to our beans. And I use a vegetable stock. I like a good basic unsalted vegetable stock to go on in here. You can find organics if you can. And it's a 32-ounce box of organic vegetable stock. Just kind of dump it in there. This is such a dump and go recipe. Look, dump and go. There you go.
Done that before.
It's a dump and go. Just kind of pour it right on in there. Dump it on in. There we go. Alrighty. Then why don't you stir that up for me?
Okay.
Ready? Thank you very much. And they comes with this wonderful flavoring pack. And that's easy enough to do. You don't have to think about the seasonings. You just take it and dump it in. And stir that up real good. And what you're going to do is if you have a pressure cooker, you're going to set this on 15 PSI. Do you know what PSI stands for?
Pounds per square inch?
And yes, it's not pounding the square inch. It's pounds per square inch. Yes.
That's what I said. Pounds per square inch.
I know, but I was still I was thinking you were thinking. So anyhow.
Yeah.
Back away, Demon Seed. So get this all good and stir up. 15 pounds per square inch, and then we're going to set this for 90 minutes. So I love this crock pot pressure cooker. It talks. So if you hit it, pressure. Cook food in a cooking pot according to recipe. The preset pressure is 15 pounds per square inch. It just tells you everything. So we go ahead and say, the preset time is 15 minutes. Well, we don't like that. Please select the correct time. And now, I really think this is good for anybody that doesn't know how to use a pressure cooker. Of course,
It tells you what to do.
how come you can't follow it? I don't know what this thing is doing. Look,
I don't know nothing about nothing.
I don't know what she said. It's like a GPS. It's like, I ain't following that thing, and so we're lost. So
I know a shortcut.
yeah, it's like we end up Timbuktu. So Anyhow, we went ahead and put our beans in. And we're going to slap on our lid and lock her in place.
Lock and load.
Lock and load, lock and load. Oh, I need a little sip after that.
This is rather tasty. My category 5 is quite the ticket.
Oh, goodness gracious, I almost forgot. Good thing it didn't have any pressure or it exploded. You also add 1 cup of water. Just a little bit more water. Now, you do not want to take that off if you had pressure on it. It would be...
Not pretty.
I can remember Mama's story time. Old age pressure cooker had the little thing. I've seen the lid blow off that thing before. So it's like, I was so scared of pressure cookers, but now that I've got my modern pressure cooker that talks to me, there's no fear involved whatsoever. There may be errors in judgment when taking the lid off if it has pressure, but
It does have a steam release on it, right?
it does
here.
have a little steam release. It is a nice little gadget.
Yes.
So, before we get started with that, what is one of the most famous cakes that they have for Mardi Gras?
A king cake.
A king cake. Well, we have Jester Devon. He's going to bring out the king cake for us. Let's let him bring that out right here in the center. And Devon, Jester Devon, what is the significance of a king cake?
Well, a king cake has a baby.
A baby?
A baby inside that gives you luck.
A baby?
It makes you a king.
Makes you a king?
And it's mine.
I want the baby.
No, I want the baby.
I want the baby. He took the baby. Give me back the baby. The baby's mine. Well, it looks like Jester Devon is taking the king cake baby away from us. So
It's just a glorified cinnamon roll is all it is, right?
it's a king cake. Don't make the king anything less than what it is. It's a king cake.
It's a cinnamon roll.
It's a fabulous, fantastic king cake. King cake.
cinnamon roll.
So anyhow, we're gonna cut a little piece of the king cake so that we make sure we get us some good luck for this year. Take our big knife, do a little slicey, and do another little slicey. There you go. There's one for you.
Yum.
And do a little slice. And I'm going to show this to the camera so that everyone can see what our king cake looks like. Look. Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful king cake cinnamon roll. We must take a little nibble so we can get a, and oh wait, got to give Jester Devon a little bite. That's good.
It is good.
Jester Devon, don't forget to get a piece of your king cake. And tell our viewing audience, with the baby, he's got the baby. Tell our viewing audience what it tastes like.
It's a cinnamon roll.
It's a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
It's a cinnamon roll.
It's great.
I want the baby.
No, it's mine.
I want the baby.
Bring me the baby, bring me the baby, bring me the baby.
Anyhow, looks like the baby took a crash. So, with that being said, let's set this to the side. And by the magic of the internet,
Abracadabra.
Wallakazam, Wallakazoo, look what I can do. I'm going to spin around 3 times. I'm going to do that throw. And I'm going to get the soup. No, the 15 bean soup. I think you got the category 1. Oh, look at that. Oh, how is it? Oh, let's put some in some bowls so we can give the viewing audience. Makes a very large bowl. Very, very large bowl. And I did promise one of Devon's good friends that came over, Jackson, today, and his family, I says, when this gets finished, we'll have 2 batches. And I'll be sending you something. So prepare yourself. Alrighty. There you go.
Thank you, dear.
And this is great. Serve with some Cajun cornbread on the side. Alrighty. And now, of course, the taste test. Oh, let me give you a close-up. I'll wipe the end of the plate. Close-up for our viewing audience. Cameraman, do we got a good angle?
It looks perfect.
It looks delicious. Says it, Chester Devin. What do you think?
It looks great.
It looks fantastic.
Save me a plate.
I'm saving you a big plate. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Take a little sip. Man, that's good.
Very good.
So good.
Perfect for a cold winter's day like today.
Well, with that being said, we come down to the very final. Oh, and I got a little extra beads with that cake. I'll just put those on other thing or something. So, we're ready for our toast. The other thing is the beans are coming out. Anyhow, coming down to the end of our show, we always have our signature toast. You remember?
Yes.
Here's to it.
Here's to it.
And to it again.
To it again.
And to the hopes.
To the hopes.
We can do it again.
We can do it again.
The birds do it.
Birds do it.
The bees do it.
Bees do it.
Even the little fleas do it.
Even the little fleas do it.
And if you can't remember how to do it,
And if you can't remember how to do it,
you call me and we'll do it to it.
you call me and we'll do it to it.
Bottoms up.
Lots of happy Mardi Gras.
And folks, don't forget Creations by Vicky on Etsy. One of our sponsors. Move to the side so they can see this lovely wreath that we have. Etsy. Creations by Vicky. Wonderful, one of a kind. We'll use this for our St. Patrick's Day show. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next week.
Happy Mardi Gras.